Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 2020 Peterson Winery Primitivo. It is 15.3% alcohol by volume. It's from Sonoma County, California. And they were kind enough to send me, well, let me preface this. They were kind enough to send me a spec sheet. However, when I saw that there's a section for tasting notes, after I opened up the package, I asked my wife to tear that part out and throw it away because I don't like getting guided tasting notes. I like kind of looking and experiencing all that stuff for myself. But what I can do is give you a little bit of the technical data. It is a 100% Primitivo clone Zinfandel, harvested on September 16th, Bradford Mountain Estate Vineyard, Dry Creek Valley, Sonoma County, 15.3, already said that, pH 3.25, barrel aging 25 months, 50% new French oak, 50% 3-year run French oak, bottle date December 7th, 2022, unfined and unfiltered, natural cork, 95 cases, release date January 2024. So the reason I went through all that is because Peterson Winery is the guest for this week's Pink Society chat tonight. Yes, I know they're normally on Thursdays. This is a Wednesday night one, so you'll just have to adjust your calendar a little bit. Yeah, but they're the guests tonight. The theme is Dry Creek Valley, so feel free to stop by. If you have something from that area, open it up and enjoy it with us. If you don't, then just find something that works. Also, Twitter, search hashtag Pink Society, use the hashtag in the replies, and now you're part of the party. Anyway, let's take a look at this wine. All right, so from a color standpoint, I'm going to give you a medium ruby. No artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, on the nose. Ooh. So the first thing I'm getting is it's an interesting mix of red berries. So I'm getting a little bit of cherry, I'm getting a little bit of strawberry. There's a little bit of vanilla, but I'm also getting what smells like kind of like cedar chips. Like I just smoked something the other day. I smoked some salmon, and it's kind of reminding me of that same really dried cedar chip that I used in my smoker. There's also a little bit of a blackberry in there, and I know it's going to sound a little weird, but I'm almost getting like a dried red pepper flake vibe from this. It kind of has that just muted, very muted, kind of spicy red pepper note, with a little bit of that spiciness on the nose, kind of like when you smell like an actual thing of red pepper flakes. The capsaicin hits you a little bit. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the whole nose alcohol combination affecting me some sort of weird way. But let's get to the taste. Medium plus bodies, medium plus tannins, a little bit. It's kind of going that way. The first thing I noticed about this wine is the acid is really nice, but all these fruit notes are just really bright, ripe fruit notes. Everything is just like singing on the palate. The fruit intensity on here on the primary is really, really strong. The secondary is a little bit more muted. So some of those other notes that I was detecting, like the cedar, like the vanilla, those things aren't as intense. That fruit note, though, is really strong, and this is not a jammy wine whatsoever. So those of you who have had some Primitivos, well, normally Zinfandels that you kind of get from like Lodi and stuff, they can be really powerful, they can be super strong. This isn't that. This definitely has the alcohol behind it, or at least on the nose it is, on the palate it tastes medium. But this is one of those wines where it's really just very much concentrated on the fruit, and not trying to go like super hard, super intense. It's just really focused on those flavors. The secondary is just there to kind of add some additional layers of complexity, but I mean, even if it was neutral oak, this would probably still be a very enjoyable wine for those who want to experience really good primary elements on a Zinfandel. However, there I will say, because it doesn't have those really strong secondary characteristics, the finish doesn't stick around as long as you kind of get on the Lodi one. So this is a medium finish. It's not like medium plus going into long. However, though, I'm not upset about that because I'm not being clubbed over the head with like burning alcohol notes. So let's get to the blick and see how this wine rates. Oh, and it's a dry wine. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, now let's get to the blick. So from a balance standpoint, full point. Length, medium finish, half a point. Intensity, medium plus on the nose and palate on the primary. On the secondary, I would actually say it's more medium minus. So I'm going to even you out here. on the palate. Now, that kind of puts me in a situation where I normally make I'm gonna go ahead and give you half a point. And in terms of complexity, I feel like a solid half point here, just because I am getting some good primary elements. I'm getting some secondary elements, especially on the nose. I'm not getting any tertiary. I don't expect it to have tertiary. Other things that could be picked out of it are a little bit more of those secondary characteristics actually being a little bit more present on the palate. Like I said, this is very primary fruit driven, and I really like the quality of that fruit. And I have a feeling that that's what the winemaker was going for on this one. Not necessarily trying to like make it a big, powerful thing, as I kind of already mentioned. So I still think half a point's good here because there could have been some additional layers of secondary that were brought in. Or maybe they're there. I just didn't detect them because of various reasons. But on my palate, this is half a point. So once you add everything up, you're a solidly good wine. But here's what I'm going to say. If you're someone who doesn't like those super powerful Lodi Zins, then this might actually be very good for you, because this is a wine that really is concentrating on those fruit notes. It's really balanced in terms of the acid, the body, the tannins, all of those things. And you really do get a very flavorful, fruit-driven wine. You don't get a ton of those secondary, you don't get a ton of the alcohol, but if you're someone who's looking for that, then this might be the wine for you. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Peterson Winery 2020 Primitivo? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below. And don't forget, tonight, not tomorrow, is the Pink Society chat. Make sure you join us at 8 p.m. Central. Search hashtag Twitter. Use the hashtag as you're engaging. You're part of the party. And I'll see you all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime.